Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Frazier. This man knows Reggie personally and has a lot to say. So, Mr. Frazier, please introduce yourself to the people.
Yes, my name is Frazier. I was born and raised in Camilla, Georgia, a small rural area. Back in 1994, I was apprehended by the federal government and actually given life imprisonment for conspiracy to distribute crack cocaine. Although I was a first-time offender, I had no knowledge of that law that was sentencing African Americans 100 times more harsh than those with powder cocaine. In the process of me being incarcerated, I made the best of the stay by always trying to work to put programs together to try to help the younger people to come in better than myself. Even when I came in, I was 26 years of age. I was given a life sentence. And I actually served 25 years. And in serving 25 years, I was granted immediate release when President Donald Trump took President Obama First Step Act and made it retroactive. He took President Obama's law and made it retroactive to apply to those of us that had been sentenced for crack cocaine. Because when the law was initially passed in 2010, it did not include those of us that were actually serving life sentences and equivalent sentences thereof. During my time of incarceration, I came across my brother, Reggie Woods, in Talladega, Alabama.
There you go.
Brother Reggie is a unique brother with that unique voice that he has.
Yeah, man.
As I say, I was doing programs, and one of the programs that I started and I spearheaded back in 2000 when I was in Edgefield, South Carolina, for prison, and it was the quality of life. The quality of life was based on self-analysis, self-examination, and self-correction. This course had young men to focus and deal with themselves. And so this is a course that I was an instructor of since 2000. So when I got into Talladega in 2004, around 2007, I came across Mr. Bailey. And he was a unit.
Yeah, that's the man right there, yeah.
Yeah, and Mr. Bailey had heard about this course that I was doing. So Mr. Bailey came to me himself and he asked me would I be willing to put the program together in Talladega. And I shared with him that I would. And so we worked at it, and I had to get some other instructors that could actually assist in pushing the program. And Brother Rich was one of those instructors. And the program was very successful. In fact, the program led to reentry of Talladega. That quality of life program led to reentry throughout the BOP.
Yes.
And I found out when I was in the United States Penitentiary, Atlanta, probably around 2014, I found that course literally was leading to reentry. And so I set the same program up in the United States Penitentiary, Atlanta. But in the process of me meeting Brother Reggie was a unique brother that, I know his story, I heard his story. And I'm one that when you hear certain stories concerning brothers, you have to weigh it and see, do they have the fight? They got a saying in prison, if you got the facts, pound on the facts. If you had a law, pound on the law. If you don't have a law to fight, just pound on the table and make some noise. He had the law and the proof. None of us are saying, even me with the crack cocaine disparity, I wasn't saying I was innocent because I was a drug dealer. What was going on was the law that was sentencing me based on who I was as a human being rather than the contents of what the law was supposed to do. Because I had first time offender, didn't have no violence, didn't have no murders, hadn't hurt anyone other than with my own activity and what I did. And so understand exactly Brother Reggie case, when he has the type of case that he has, and a lot of people don't understand federal law.
No, it's complicated.
Federal sentencing guidelines. And when a judge is required to do something based on those guidelines, that is what he is to do.
Yeah.
Now, Brother Reggie have a case where they literally stack the deck on you. They stack charges up where they continue rather than run it concurrent. Where if he got 25 years, rather than just take 25 and 25 and keep stacking and running these sentences consecutive, as if he murdered someone, and he don't have a murder charge.
Exactly.
You know, and the fact also that Reggie have DNA
evidence
that is literally proven. It's proven, but the government withheld certain things at trial, which is what is called a Brady
violation. Yep.
Reggie has a lot of things going on with his case, but if you don't make something known, then people are seen as sweeping under the rug. And once they sweep it under the rug, if no one make it known, then you just continue to sit. And
it never happened.
I like what my brother Gabriel is doing because he's making Reggie's situation known. And once you begin to turn the light on a situation, somebody got the answer.
Yep.
Somebody's required the answer. And brother Garfield.
But Gabriel's an angel. Gabriel's an angel. So hey, let's go. Yeah.
That's the angel. That's right.
Yeah.
So I like what brother Garfield is doing because he's making brother Reggie's case known, and brother Reggie need that. I'm one that did time with him. That's my brother. I love my brother.
Yeah,
you know,
man,
and he's
too, man.
patient. You know, he's not doing emotional outbursts to try to
none of that
situation. He's being patient because he know eventually God will deliver him, but he needs voices as brother Garfield, as myself, that can actually raise our voice concern and what's actually transpiring and going on with brother Reggie.
Absolutely. That's well said. Well said. Another thing too is that with the quality of life program, so you started that program?
Yes, in 2000, back in Edgefield, South Carolina.
You know what? As a matter of fact, hold up. I have here, because I was going through some pictures. You know, we got our photo album and stuff like that. This was the GED graduation. But I had found I got it here somewhere. I'll find it. But I got the quality life certification when I played the band for it.
I was the lead instructor of that class since 2000, Edgefield, South Carolina, United States Penitentiary, Lee County, then Talladega, Alabama. I didn't have it in Bennettsville, South Carolina, because I was only there for like less than 2 years. But when I got back to the United States Penitentiary, Atlanta, in 2013, the class started back up in 2014 in United States Penitentiary, Atlanta. So the class had literally been going on from 2000 till I walked out in 2019. Wow,
and you passed the torch to Rick because he's doing a program and he wrote a song.
Yes.
To it, and beautiful song. That was I had put it in my last video. Man, when I tell you brothers like this, like there's not too many people in the system. Well, I don't want to say too many people, but there are a handful of individuals like Mr. Frazier and myself and brother Reggie that see the bigger picture and say, okay, I'm not just going to sit back and just say, screw everybody and be selfish and worry about myself. You have an obligation to help people.
That's right.
To educate them because you know better and you know that they don't. And if you're in there with them, I mean, and the thing is, if you don't help them now while they're in there, when they grow out, they're doomed. They're doomed.
That's right.
They're doomed. And your family's out there and society's out there, and you want to send them out there not angry at the world. You want them to look inside themselves and make changes and start. It's the best time to do is when you're sitting in a box and you're sitting and you got your thoughts to yourself.
That's right.
And man, I just want to say thank you so much because I didn't know that you started the program. I didn't know he said that you guys did it together. I didn't know you started it, man. That's amazing.
Yes, I started the program, and my thing was, even although I had a life sentence, my thing was to try to help somebody to become better. And I didn't never look at the fact that I would never return. I just was patient and trying to make the best of my state.
Yep.
And in trying to make the best of my state, I would tell the young people, if you go out better than what you came in, then I return to society. I say because I would have shared something to make you to reflect on yourself and become a better individual. What the class was based on self-responsibility, accepting responsibility.
Responsibility, yep.
And that's why it was self-examination, self-analysis, and self-correction. It focused on self. Don't worry about the business. Don't worry about what's going on in his life, but deal with what's going on in your life. And I had a motto that I would tell individuals. I said, never worry about what you don't have the ability to change. Worry about that what you can change, and that's first yourself.
Yes.
And if we begin to work with ourselves first, then we can make progress and make everything better. And none of them, I've been doing some Zoom and talking, because I still raise my voice concerning the crack cocaine disparity, and talk about that. So, but I just was on Angela Stanton King's show, and she was asking me the question, what could be done to make the system better? I said, well, when the Anti-Drug Abuse Act came into law in 1986, it abolished federal parole. Federal parole.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Federal prison system become a warehouse.
Yep.
It's not the rehabilitate anyone. You have to rehabilitate yourself. But
that's what we did.
You must bring back federal parole if you want to try to correct the system, because you have an input but no outlet. And until we raise our voice of what's going on under the Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1986, that ushered in for real offenders, 3 strikes you're out, crack cocaine disparity, the stipend charges, as Brother Reggie is 851s. All this came about with the Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1986, and that issue need to be raised. In fact, all of that literally has came out that if they applied to Reggie case would free him. But they're not. Congress passed a law. They don't make these laws retroactive. They make these laws to apply to those that come in after the fact of somebody that's sitting in prison, like Brother Reggie, with, if I'm not mistaken, 80-some years.
Yeah.
They give us in prison, if you don't have a life sentence, they give you months. And if I'm not mistaken, Brother Reggie have a little over 1,000 months, which comes to 80-some years. And so
you can't outlive that. You can't live that.
And even life in my situation, life in the federal system is life.
That's it.
It's life. It's no 40 years or 45 years. It's life. And the same thing with Brother Reggie. That's life. 80-some years in the federal system.
Life. That's 2-3 lives. Some people ain't gonna even live out. You could probably, man.
And the point is, there's nothing to allow the system to reevaluate what they done.
That's what we're trying to do today.
Incarcerate them and house them in the system as if they cattle.
Yeah.
And as Brother Garfield is doing, we must raise our voice. I continue to raise my voice on what's going on. We must raise our voice on what's going on and transpired with those we left behind.
Absolutely.
So I commend you, brother.
Thank you, man. It's because I was there. I know. And that's the thing. The people out here, I call them free people. Free people who've never been incarcerated, or they might have family members and stuff like that. But they say, oh, they're just a screw up or whatever the case may be. You don't realize how hard, and especially us as men, the psychological aspect of the things we have to go through. We have PTSD. We're traumatized.
Yes,
honestly.
Definitely.
And then we have to readjust. And then when we go out, they're just like, yeah, nothing happened. You're fine. Go out there, get a job. And then what? You know what I just been through? And y'all just did all type of things to me and treated me like an animal. And I'm supposed to go. And then the thing, we go to our family members or friends and people that we, that we're close to, and we look for support. And a lot of people don't have that. And that's scary getting out after being locked away for more than 5, 10. Some people, a couple months can really affect them. But decades?
That's right.
Come on, man. And then the fact is, if you see somebody, and I've watched people change. I've watched people come in, knuckleheads, and after a couple of years, they're realizing that they admit to themselves. That's the first step. You have to admit, okay, you got to take responsibility and say, you know what? I did this to myself and the choices that I made. Now, how do I correct it so I don't make the same mistake again? And there's some of us that do that and some of us don't. But we're trying to reach out to anybody. It doesn't even matter.
That's right.
We're all humans, man. And the thing is, if we don't do something about this now, and this is just a start, the future generations, it's going to be bad for them. If you think it's bad now with the way these kids are, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. So we got to do something today. Go ahead.
That's right. The new crack cocaine disparity now is gang affiliation.
Mm-hmm. They rounding them up. That Rico.
And they use the term associate. Associate is a broad term.
Preach.
You don't have to be a gang member, but your son could be a gang member. And
Mhm.
whatever he do, you is held accountable for what his action does. And ignorance to the law ain't no excuse.
They don't know that.
That's
They don't know that.
ignorance to the law is no excuse. And so me, when I go into schools, when I go into Boys and Girls Club, I share this with the young people.
Mhm.
I share my story. There's no secret. There's no hiding about my life. And today, with the help of God, I'm a successful businessman. Very successful. Imagine if I tell them I'm an example of hope coming out. In fact, the federal judge granted me an immediate release. He called my record impeccable because he looked at the fact of what different staff members wrote on my behalf. And this man sitting in federal prison with a life sentence, but didn't lose hope and was trying to help others to become better and had a clean record myself while I was incarcerated. So, but if nobody would have revisited why I was in and changed the law and made the law apply to my case and thousands of us, I would still be sitting in federal prison today. Because Congress sit up there and they're not going to do anything.
No.
Until you call them out and put them out that you need to do something with the laws that you have raised your finger and placed this burden on these individuals. You need to do something about it. And until we keep raising our voice, nothing is going to be done. But we on the right path, brother.
That's right.
Because you already raised your voice. With the help of God, I raised my voice as well.
Got to, man. I'm tired. I'm just tired because even with the attorneys that they say to help us, man, them folk, they right there along with them. They drinking buddies, they be going to lunch and stuff like that, laughing and joking about the whole situation. You think that you could trust this person to disclose this, pertinent information that might help you? They take it and go right to the DA and tell them, look, this is what you need to do in order to come back at me and this and third. And we're going to make them think that we're helping them, but we're screwing them and box him in the corner. That way he's screwed.
It's a buddy system.
That's it. And it's money, and they don't care nothing about us. But I'm gonna change gears. I'm gonna change gears real quick. So, Mr. Frazier, so what do you do now for a living since you've been released?
I'm independent contract, and the independent contract is that I put in bids, particularly they call it vegetation. Right now, I'm over 1,200 acres, and this 1,200 acres meaning that I keep everything that happened on this site where they build solar panels. It's 550,000 solar panels out there. I'm literally over that whole 1,200 acres. I keep it, the vegetation, whatever happened out there, the civil work and everything, I'm over it. And it's a 5-year contract. It's a 5-year contract. And by the grace of God, last week, I just won a second 5-year contract over 2,000 acres. And so now I have 2 contracts, 5-year contracts. And I can say, by the grace of God, both contracts is over $1 million, but with both of them a year. And
came from humble beginnings.
Yes, and I only been home 2.5 years.
Woo! You hit the ground running.
My wife and I just came back from Warner Robins. We just did the second walkthrough of our house that we had built in Warner Robins, Georgia, which we'll do the closing on Friday.
Well, I need to come see you because I'm right here in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I'll be in Atlanta the weekend.
Well, we're not gonna do this on this right here, but yeah, we're gonna hook up. Yeah, man.
I'll be in Atlanta the weekend. We're doing the closing in Stockbridge. So I'll be there. My wife living in Atlanta since 2010, but we're moving to Warner Robins area.
Wow. And look at this, you guys. I mean, this man came from a life sentence where most people, when they get that on their head, they give up all hope. They just give up and say, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna and just lay down and just live prison life. And went to them doors pop and locked down, and the whole routine, 4 o'clock count. I swear I hate that. That right there. Even when I got out, it's kind of embarrassing to say it. Even when I got out, there was sometimes that I used to stand up and I'm like, what the heck? 4 o'clock? What the hell? Dude, you're not in jail anymore. Get it together, brother.
Hey, that's not institutionalized because I was still cooking in the microwave.
Yeah, man, Still
cooking in the microwave, which now one thing I continue to do is my day start every day at 4:30 every morning. I still get up early.
That routine.
that routine. I've been getting up like that since 1996, and I still get up early. Get up, do meditation, do prayers, do certain type of reading, you know, and get myself together. And that's something I do every day, 7 days a week.
And see, we're trying to get our brother Reginald Woods up out of the situation so he won't have to worry about no more locked doors and no more lockdowns, and see his family actually live the life that he deserves, man. So please, you guys, if you come across this video, please share it. Share. The more media attention this man's story get, that's when we'll get some answers. That's when we'll get some action.
That's right.
And there's plenty of brothers out there and sisters that are in the system. A lot of them don't even know that they have a key to get out because they're uneducated, you know, and they don't have anybody outside to really help them. Well, this particular situation, I felt obligated to help this man because of brothers like him that pushed me to do more programs, to stay out of trouble. And then I started helping with the quality of life program and other things like that. And it got my mindset in a positive direction and got me away from fools and negative people. Granted, I slip up every now and then. I dealt with some negative people. Brothers like Reginald Woods would stay on my butt. And it wasn't, you know, he wasn't aggressive like, yo, you gonna beat you up. Never. This man, hey, Garber, come here, let me talk.
Yes, definitely.
Do I have to explain to you what you're doing? You know that you're wrong. You know
That's
that you want to be over here doing this instead of doing that. What benefit can you get from over here instead of going over here? You got
that's a voice of conscience.
Yep.
All you need a voice of conscience and a voice of reason in your ear.
Yep. And that's what that man has done so many times throughout my, I did 8 years off of 10, but during my 6 years when I was there at Talladega, that man, he changed my life. He changed my life, and he needs to get out here and change some other lives, just like how, you know, him and Mr. Frazier linked up and stuff like that. All we've been trying to do is help people. I tried to start a program there. They shot me down, whatever the case may be. Not going to get into that. But, brother, is there anything else that you want to say to the people about Brother Reginald Woods that would really make an impact? Or just anything. Just speak from the heart, man. Just tell me what's up.
Brother Reggie need our support, you know, and he can only get the support with us raising our voice and trying to make his situation known. Absolutely. You know, the brother.
Hold up, you're freezing up.
Brother, I literally deal with, since I got in society, are those that I met in prison that I know were straightforward individuals.
Yep.
You know, being gone for 25 years, I come home, this is a very cruddy world. You know, and people are selfish. So I those that I grew up with in the system, like Brother Reginald, you know, when you meet a good one, hold on to him.
On to him, yep.
Brother Reggie is a good one, and he need our voice. He need our voice, he need our support. So I ask everybody that hear this video, share it, and actually raise your voice concerning what's going on with Brother Reginald Woods.
Thank you so much, Mr. Frazier. Thank you so much. And we will definitely, I'll definitely have you on again. Once we get the ball rolling some more, we'll be able to provide some more information, some more evidence and things like that. But
we're gonna get together when I'm in Atlanta. I'm gonna
actually that's gonna happen anyway. All right, brother. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, brother. God bless.
God bless.
Remember, I got something in the description box below for you guys, man. Some more musical talent from Mr. Reginald Woods, man. Y'all ladies will really, really like this jam.